Hi guys, so in this video we're going to have a look at a quick overview of once we've connected to another store, how we set up the connection and how we share our products. And this is from the perspective of a merchant who's making his products available to retail stores that he's connected to for them to sell. So if we go to store connections, we can see the stores that we're connected to and we can pick Alveo Retailer. Now this is the overview page that gives you the overview of how you're setting up your particular connection. We have production sharing pricing rules, which will open up another page and we'll look at it in a minute. We have the shipping settings, the retailer's inventory rules, and the retailer invoice settings. And all of these settings are independent and specific to each connection that you make with a retailer. So let's start with retailer shipping costs. We can either choose not to charge shipping costs and invoice those outside of the Alveo network's functionality as a separate item. You may have your own processes for doing this, or we can opt to charge shipping costs through the Alveo network. And this will actually apply shipping costs to any orders that the retailer places with you. There are two options here. The way this works is quite elegant. Because you're delivering on behalf of the retailer direct to a consumer, it's the same as if the consumer is ordered from your store. So we allow you to choose to either apply the cheapest shipping cost that would have been calculated from your store or the most expensive shipping cost. So we go ahead and save those. Then we have the inventory rules. We can turn stock sync off, which means that we will not sync the stock values or in fact the stock status between your store and the retailer store. This is useful in cases when you're either doing print on demand, where actually stock and inventory levels are irrelevant, or if you're a brand and merchant that has a vast array of stock available or can produce stock on a quick turnaround. For most instances, some kind of stock control is going to be relevant, and we have two options. We can either share the current stock status only, so that won't actually share the stock value, but we'll tell all the retail stores that you're connected to whether the product is either in stock or out of stock. Or alternatively, we can share the exact stock values with all the products with all of our retailers. Now, this means that if you have 7 in stock in your store, all of your retailers that you're connected to will reflect that as well in their stock values. And this is updated in as close to as possible real time. So let's go ahead and save those inventory rules. The last part on this screen is retailer invoicing. Now, you can either choose to invoice completely outside of the Alveo network using your current processes, or what we can do is we can, as in this case, enable invoicing. And what that will do is for every 7-day period, it will aggregate all of the orders placed by this retailer and turn them into another order in your store, which we call a purchase order. What that will be is an aggregate with all the line items and all of the orders. It will create a draft invoice and it will send an email through your store to the retailer with a link which they can click on, and then they can come and pay for all of those orders through your existing Shopify checkout. As soon as that order is paid for, all of the corresponding orders that were in that purchase order will also be marked as paid. Okay, so let's have a look at product sharing and pricing rules. If you're familiar with Shopify, this will be a very familiar piece of user interface for you. We can see all of the products that are available in our store. We can see the trade price that we've set. We can see their status within the Alveo network. If they're ready to import, they've already been imported by the retailer. So we can also select the type. If we're a multi-vendor store, we can select we can filter by vendor, we can filter by available tags, and we can filter by available Alveo status. So let's just click Alveo status because we want to share some more products with them. We're going to click not shared so that we can see that the products that we're yet to share with them. When we're looking at putting pricing to our products, this is the price that the retailer is going to pay you for the products. We have two options. We can use the cost per item, field, which is in all of your products within Shopify, and give them an uplift, or we can use the price field and give them a discount, which we have in this case, which is minus 15%. Let's change that now to minus 20%. We can then select preview price costs, and all of the pricing has trade pricing has been changed to reflect it. Once we're happy with that, we can select save price rules. Now these settings apply to every single product, whether they're shared or not shared. And there's a global pricing strategy for your retailer that you're connecting to. However, if you want to be more granular, we can click on individual products and select set price specific rules. Again, we can use the cost per item field, we can use the price field, or we can actually indeed just manually enter a price that we want to charge them, say in this case £6. But if we go back to using the price field, we have some additional options that we don't have in the global retailer pricing. We can use either a fixed amount or a percentage in this case. So if we go to percentage, this particular product they are selling a lot of, so we're going to give them a slightly better discount than all of the other products, so minus 25%. Click Save Changes, and that's all done. And if that product is already connected in the retailer store and we update the pricing, that will also be updated in their cost price fields within their store. And we can see here that we have retailer pricing products, and we've identified which ones are product specific. So let's say we're ready to share these products with our retailer. All we have to do is either select all of them or select one or two of them and click Share with a retailer. And those products will now be available for that retailer to import and start selling in their store.